Good evening, everybody. If you're joining me, I am Sean. I am on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and YouTube on all those platforms. So if you guys are joining me from there, welcome. Good to see you guys. Alright, so let's jump into the video, shall we? Patience is going to be your greatest key in succeeding in life. Okay? I didn't get here by just jumping in, not knowing what I was doing. Yeah, it led me up to here, but that's not why I'm here. Okay? I'm also not here today because I jumped all in. Okay? It had a hand in it, but that's not why. Okay? There were some choices along my way that I could have picked that would have led me astray. Okay? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been proposed via a choice and the thought you wanted to pick had some discomfort in yourself? Did you ever get up having that feeling? I know I did. Right? So, do you know why you had some discomfort? It was because it wasn't the right choice at the present moment. Okay? Hear me out, guys. Have you ever been in an interview, job interview? I'm sure plenty of y'all have, right? If y'all haven't, this is going to be a big surprise and a big shock to you. A lot of jobs, actually, you have to apply, and you have to basically make sure you qualify for it by an interview. Okay? Guys, it's no surprise, right? Anyway, so, getting into this, you have to have an interview for a job that you'd like, okay? I would be a fool to tell you guys that I didn't get the job I wanted from the very get-go. I didn't get the job I wanted from the very start, okay? I've been through a couple of jobs that I didn't want to get me to where I wanted, okay? Now, in those jobs, I also went and applied for other jobs, okay? I did interviews, okay? But those interviews didn't call me back, okay? Now, I'd be lying to you again if I told you that I wasn't upset, okay? So, having had that feeling, that emotion, that upset and sad and frustrated, okay? Every bow and arrow has an equal and opposite reaction, all right? When you pull an arrow backwards, guys, what happens? Okay? Where does that arrow go? Given that you're holding the arrow the right way, if you pull it back, lower the arrow, and it's just going to fall out, right? But if you pull an arrow back, okay, and you got your eyes on your sights, okay, and you're holding it, and you let go, what's going to happen to that arrow from the tension on your string? Okay? It's going to propel forward, right? So, your arrow in life are your opportunities. Okay? Your grip and your frame of your bow and arrow, okay, is the situations that you don't want to be in. Okay? Now, your bowstring is going to be under tension, and that, my friends, is going to be your progress. Okay? Again, there's the arrow are the opportunities, and the string is your progress. Are you guys making the connection here? Okay? I hope you are, because This is going to be a lot difficult if I'm trying to go through this story, okay? So again, you're going to pull it back, the arrow of opportunity, and you're going to let it go, okay? And it's going to shoot forward, okay? Now, whoever has shot a bow and arrow, okay? Whether it be hunting, whether it be in play, whether it be what have you, okay? Who has shot one? A couple of you have, right? Like archery, okay? There you go. I'm not talking about a crossbow. I'm talking about archery, okay? In archery, when you pull it back, your hand's going to shake a little bit, your hand's going to shake a little bit, and the arrow's going to move a little bit, right? So when you let go of the arrow, what's going to happen? It's going to go forward. Now, you want to aim for a target, okay? Big old bullseye. Circle in the middle, right? About yay big, okay? Not that big, but big enough for an arrow to hit, right? So, if you pull it back and expect it to go in bullseye every time, folks, you're not playing right. Because I'm here to tell you that it does not go there every single time. You're going to pull it back, it's going to go wide left, it's going to go down, it's going to fall short, okay? You might get close to the bullseye, but you're not going to get dead on, square on in the bullseye right there, okay? What if I was to tell you that you had more than one arrow? If you pulled it back and didn't get a good shot, but you let it go, the opportunity, okay? Does that mean you have to stick with that arrow, even though you're carrying them on your back, right? No, you don't, do you? You don't have to wait, okay? The great thing about bow and arrow life is that you can pick one more arrow from your ammo, put it on your bow, pull it back, and let go, right? You can have another chance, okay? Now, do the best folks in archery and using these bows and arrows pull back, let go, and wish for the best? No, right? It's stupid, right? Same with people at the gun range. Same with people, holding a rifle, a pistol, right? You're not just gonna hold it up and, do your thing, right? You're gonna hold it, line up your sights, get steady, wait, and pull it, right? Same thing with a bow and arrow. Line it up, pull it back, get your sight still, hold yourself steady, and let go. Right? The same thing applies in life. You can't just jump in, running like your head is cut off, like a cannonball, and hope that you're going to get 150,000% results. Okay? Folks, let me tell you something. There's a very, 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 very select few people that can do that. But we're talking about the rest of the world here, right? The rest of the world, like myself, have to take our time. We have to weigh our consequences and weigh our opportunities. But I can guarantee you that the best of the best have taken more opportunities than wasted opportunities. Okay? Are you with me? So you can't jump all in, but you can't let every opportunity go. You gotta make an effort, but you gotta pull your arrow back. Okay? So now that this idea is done, you guys all caught up with me? Right? You guys all understand this whole bow and arrow, and you can't let every opportunity go, but you gotta pull your arrow back. right? I mean, you got to take an opportunity, okay? All right, I'm going to share with you a story, and I hope that this illustrates this a lot better for you guys, okay? So, as you guys know, I have been at the airport since 2016, roughly 2016. I think it was back October 14th or 13th or something. It was around the second week of October in 2016. And my career, guys, took off. Alright? I didn't think it was, but it did. Okay? I ended up thinking that it wasn't going to be great, and I worked with them, and I said, oh, I'm not learning anything. I got frustrated. I thought about giving up. I didn't. So, I learned some skills, and I moved up, and I took on another challenge. Okay? Shortly while after, I ended up, with luck, pulling my arrow back, letting go, with my eye on the sights, in the bullseye, okay, a full established career, okay, I let it go. Well, wait a minute. If you only let one arrow go, how did you get here? Good question. Because your arrow is each opportunity you're given. Now, there were a lot of shots I made, like this, guys, right? I mean, I'm pulling left and right and making sure that they're all lined up, and I let them go, and 5, 6 of them, they didn't make it. But 2 of them did. And I let one go, and I ended up getting a job with Swissport. Swissport taught me how to load planes, how to let them off the runway, and all that good stuff. And yes, I was able to touch an airplane. It was fun. I loved it. But that wasn't the end of my chapter. I found out there was another company hiring, and they were going to pay more. And they were going to let me learn more. So you know what I did? That's right. Put my arrow on my bow, pulled back, and shot it. But I didn't quit my job and said, peace, I'm out of here. Wasn't the smartest move. What I did was, I said, unfortunately, I'm going to have to take my career to the next level. So I put in my application, put my arrow on my bow, I pulled back, and I waited. Folks, I waited for a good couple hours. Now, in this story, this hours was a couple of days and weeks. And said, is this the right opportunity and the right moment for me to transition into this moment? It was. Because when I let go, she sailed beautifully. Couldn't have seen her fly any better. And it went right next to the target. And that bullseye was right there. And I got it right there. Right? Not dead center, guys. But right up there. It was close. Right? Well, okay. So, it'll be right up here. Okay? So, I said, you know what? I got close enough. You know, I could walk. No, you can't. Because I can guarantee you can still hit that bullseye. And I heard a voice. My voice was telling me, you need to give it another try. Put another arrow on your bow and give it another shot. So I worked with this company called Piedmont. And they taught me a lot of stuff. Okay? And unfortunately, I had to let Swissport go. So I was in a transition phase, and I kept carrying myself on. And they kept saying, so is this all you have? And I was like, well, yes, because I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I don't want to, I have a purpose and I have a plan. And that plan was to progress my career. So I looked around, and then I noticed that United had a big presence at this airport. I said, you know what? There's only 4 gates here at the company I'm working for. I want a challenge. So you know what I did? I not only put 1 arrow on my bow, I put 2 arrows on my bow. I pulled back, let go. One of those arrows went wide to the right, okay? And one of the big old circles, right? You see on the dartboard, okay? I was close to my target, but not on the target all the way. But I didn't give up. I stayed with it. I was persistent. Next thing I know, this call came in, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I was fidgety like I can't tell you what, guys. It was an August day. I was out bike riding. I pulled over and took a phone call. United Express wanted me and hired me. Boy, I can't tell you what, guys. I was the happiest kid on earth. More happier than a kid in a candy store eating chocolate cake. Alright? So, I said, okay, I'm going to stick around for a while, see what happens. So, I had to pull one of my arrows out of my dartboard, because that wasn't going to help me at all. That was Piedmont. And I got another opportunity. Mainline. United Mainline was hiring. So I put that arrow on my bow, right? I had it, but I didn't pull back. I pulled back just a little bit. I tested the water a little bit. Started going around and feeling, people and asking them, so how's this company? What's a day like? Started making friends. Started hanging out in the break room. Sorry, it's my phone. Awkward. Baltimore, go figure. Back to the movie, right? Okay, so I put my arrow on my bow. I pull back a little bit, okay? And then at one point, I found out they were hiring, but I was still working, okay? So you know what I did? I pulled all the way back. I kept working my hardest. I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I stuck with United Express. Okay? I did it. And then one day, I was given a message. There was a spirit. The spirit gave me this message. It's time to let go of your arrow as hard as you can. Bullseye, right? Dead center. I mean, close as you can get to the center of that dot, okay? Got it to United Airlines, mainline. Unfortunately, if you guys have seen the news, you guys can pretty much figure it out, okay? I'm here. They're there. I'm here. They're there. You get them going? Before you jump to conclusions, no. I didn't cause it. The company did. Okay? Now I can get to some politics on that in another video. Okay? What I'm going to tell you is we sometimes think that the world is coming to an end. Sometimes it does. Just kidding. No, seriously guys, we think it comes to an end, and we get frustrated, and we want to give up. We always think, oh, I'm done, I'm just sick of it. Right? But then what happens? You keep fighting, don't you? You keep pulling arrows out of your ammo pack, okay? Your little satchel, whatever you call it. and putting it on that bow. Why? Because opportunities are coming. And when you find the right opportunity, you pull that arrow straight back. Now, if you feel a good one with this one, what are you going to do? You're going to pull all the way back, right? Look it dead in the sights. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. I applied to work cargo. Okay. Interestingly enough, a company called Menzies showed up. Now, if you guys have ever looked out your airplane window, you'll see these guys carrying big rubber hoses over their shoulder up to the plane. Do you know what those are full of? Fuel. That's right, fuel. Jet A type fuel. The bad stuff. Stuff you smell when you go by an airport. That stuff. So where am I going with this? The first time around was available to internal applicants only. And when I read that email, guys, I was defeated. Can't tell you how long I had that look on my face. Inside, guys, I was dying. Because it would have helped my career. Okay? Those of you guys that don't know, I have a passion, a yearning, a desire to be at the airport. I love being there. I could be there on my day off. I could be there on a holiday if I wanted to. Guys, I'm not lying. I dream of being there. It's awesome. To be able to be around an airplane, it's a dream come true. Okay? So, they shot me down. Then I looked around and said, okay, it's time to an adult. It's time to figure this out. I need to make some income. Right? So I got a call from Swissport Cargo. Did the interview. Thought it went well. Didn't hear nothing. Found out. Didn't go well either. Okay? So I was like, man, I'm really beat here. What am I going to do? Finally, guess who emailed me? That's right. Menzies. The same company that turned me away because of it was an internal application system only. Right? But the email said, you highly qualified. We want you on our team. Come join our squad. It was screaming at me. This is you. I was defeated. Or was I? So, I have an interview, an in-person interview, on this Wednesday in the morning. Same place that United did my interview as well, funny enough. And guys, I don't mean to hesitate when I say this, but I have this in the bag. So, the whole point, guys, that I'm trying to tell you is patience is key. If you don't succeed in your first opportunity, A, there's a reason. B, you're not taking it as many opportunities as you should. C, your aim is not right. You need to steady your hand, okay? D, okay? There's a reason it didn't happen for your opportunity, okay? Remember, guys, everything happens for a reason. You bump into certain people for a reason. You talk to certain people for a reason. You get in relationships with some people for a reason. You end up going through trauma for a reason. You end up dealing with heartbreak, with pain. All this happens for a reason. It may not be a good reason, but it happens for a reason. Right? You know what that's going to lead me back to? The ramp. You know what that's going to lead me back to? Touching planes. You know what that's going to lead me back to? My career. Okay? I've put countless applications, countless interviews. None of them worked. This is why. Because patience is the key to life. But, and this is a big, big but. Listen closely. Matter of fact, you can't go too fast and you can't go too slow. You hear that? You have to be just right. Do you guys remember the Goldilocks story? Can't be too hot. Can't be too cold. It has to be just right. Right? I don't know what else to tell you guys. Right? The opportunities in life, they're going to have some weight to them. But they're also going to have a grand reward. You're either going to learn something from it, you're going to gain something from it, or it's going to show you something of it. Okay? The potential for something. Okay? So my advice to you, if you see an opportunity, pull your arrow back. Let it go. If that arrow doesn't guide you closer to your bullseye, put another one back. If that goes closer to your bullseye, your first arrow was your reason. Your reason is because you are patient. And the more you're patient, the more you observe and understand, the better in life you're going to be. Okay? So guys, that's my story. That's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Those of you guys that watch, those of you guys that do watch, I love each and every one of you. Mwah. Those that have guided me, appreciate it. Those of you that are watching out for me, I appreciate that too. So, hoorah, and here's to a great career, guys. I love each and every one of you to my heart. Okay? Take care, guys. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.